Alrighty, welcome back. We are on episode number 150 of Divinity Originals, in part 1, the Enhanced Edition. So, last episode, we spent 2 hours fucking around with the Immaculate Prison and maybe all the variations of ways you can deal with this. There's no quests at all associated with this, apparently. But, just because of the way I am, I had to figure out what you could not do, and I don't know if I solved all the issues, but there's a way to free every prisoner alive and get them all alive, and then there's the way of killing everybody, and you might even be able to do an amalgamation of the two. But it seems like the only reason this part is even in the game is for the ability to put your characters in jail, because there's no quest associated with this area, at least nothing that we picked up. Maybe, you know, it comes along at some other area that doesn't make any sense, but where it would make sense for quests to be here, there are no quests here. So there were the group of 4 prisoners up here, including Francis, the Immaculate that we met at Sicil at the very beginning of the game, that we all you know, I had questions about that from jump. He never had any kind of interaction, so I'm not sure why he was even in the game, but he was here along with 3 others. And then there were the 2 imps that were here in this cell. So in order to save all the prisoners, we had to teleport Brunthor here out of his cell and then let him aggro the guards, and then attack the guards in such a way that it didn't piss off Brunthor. And I'm not sure exactly how I managed that, because the first time I tried it, he aggroed. But once that happened, then everything else fell into place as far as keeping everything alive. But yeah, now I'm curious as to whether I can still get arrested now that there aren't any guards left. So we're going to try that after we pick up our loot here. So I ended up sticking with the save that everybody's dead, because I don't believe we're ever going to see any of those characters back in the game. I think this is like something they didn't really think about doing. They just haphazardly threw this into the game, or they just, I don't know, there was something that was supposed to be here and they decided, hey, you know, we don't want to mess with it anymore. I don't know. It's just this game has been riddled with just terrible programming in a lot of instances, and this is part of it. Just terrible programming, terrible follow through. Really, it takes away from the game. I don't understand why they did this. They could have easily put quests in here. They could have easily made all of this area relevant.
Another piece of trash.
I assume if we interact with these, we're still going to get the same thing, even though the jail's out.
Anybody home?
Alright, I wonder if she can, though.
Anybody home?
No. Okay, so it's clearly thinking that I'm not in jail anymore. Alright, and we know these chests don't have anything in them. These are the loot chests for... Can we pick that up? No. Alright. Now, the other thing is, what was this for? Never did figure out what this is for. I imagine this is in here for if you had multiple characters, like your 2 primary characters are in jail, but they don't put them together. I suppose I can actually check that out. I can check that out. Might check that out just for the hell of it. Yeah, I might waste even more time on this place. I mean, they should have made it where when you save the imps, and you actually do save the imps, that they go to the end of time, like the other imps. Alright. So, if we... Yeah. Let's go to Silver Glen and attempt to get arrested again. And see what happens. Alright, so we'll do the same exact thing that we did last time and see if it sticks you in there. I mean, technically, now that the guards are dead, and we're going to try both of them this time.
That's enough of that now! Oi, you there, cut it out!
What? Does the ground turn to glue when you've been naughty around here?
Okay, so it will put you back there.
I'm stuck fast. Fate is an ice-cold mistress.
Okay. So, who knows what this is for, then? Yeah, I don't know what that's for. Well, so much for that idea. Okay. So, I think that's really the only thing I have left to look at. Is okay. So now I have to make a decision. Do I fight Attenborough here? I mean, if I do that, then I lose access to two legendary vendors. Start bartering gear on here for a minute.
Believe in her wisdom.
I mean, eventually I should kill all these
She
guys.
does not name lost ones arbitrarily.
But
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps would get a few blows in, but I think the shambling oak could shake 'em off soon enough.
A few blows? They get those
Wish
scrappy
she'd get
bits of
another
blazing
apprentice
and take
so
it
we
down
could
in-
watch her.
Make it quick now. Just because I am gracious enough to tolerate your presence here doesn't mean you're entitled to my time.
so the question here then is, can I aggro and kill
My brothers.
this group in here without aggroing the entire town?
Well,
Actually, I would like to
can't be a
aggro these two as
simpleton.
well and get them out of the game.
Blood runs red, nearly identical to a man's. The volume of the blood can cause quite a mess, as you can imagine. So we're careful to perform the sacrifice within our specialized chambers only. These chambers are designed not only to collect wayward fluids, but also to muffle any unsavory noises produced by defiant lost ones.
Alright, so let's see if we can't kill this group.
The goddess's way, young initiates, is not always easy.
All these scars
Times it may seem the goddess
come up
asks
here.
too much. At times,
As good as a
it
new
will seem
penny.
The sacrifices she demands are unfair, inhumane even.
I needed that.
But we of the Immaculate Faith must believe in her wisdom. We must trust that she does not name lost ones arbitrarily. No. We must remember that a lost one's energy is not its own, but belongs to the more enlightened beings around it. In this way, the sacrifice of the lost one sanctifies and enhances the community. The lost one redeems itself in the greater good.
Okay, let's try this. Doesn't look like they're aggroed out there. Looks like we might be able to do this. He had physical immunity and he still took damage there. Oh, he must have took damage from the Tenebrium, okay. It's astonishing that they all get to go first.
You are banished!
Delay her turn. See if I can't get this thing dead. I really don't have a spell to get it dead, do I?
Here's aggression upon you! Everything I touch burns in sacrifice. By the heart of the gods of frost! Kiss of the Night Walker.
Ah, yeah, that didn't do anything, that one.
Don't even try to stop me.
Summon Ice Elemental! Exertion leads to victory! I'm dying.
Oh, what? I didn't see that coming.
Into the fray once more.
Your grave opens to welcome you!
Punch of the Pyromancer!
This is the end! For you!
Your agony brings joy to my heart.
What is aggroed? Oh, this guy.
No glory in this death.
Okay. I expected the guards to show up at some point, especially the ones that are passing by. You think they would... It looks like we're going to get away with doing this. I didn't think we could do this, but I guess we are. Another prison key.
Fortune!
Another enlightenment. Well, not exactly how I thought this was going to happen. I guess we can wait around for the pathing guards to come by and see if they don't, like, start causing problems with us. Alright, well, I guess we should pop out and see if we're just going to aggro automatically here.
What would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps would...
Okay, so we're just going to aggro automatically. Let's see, does that mean the entire village is aggroed on us at this point then? I think that's probably what that means. So if we do that, then I lose the ability to use them as vendors. Okay, yep. Alright, so not exactly what we want to do. Okay, come back here.
Now, note that the goblin's blood runs red, nearly identical to a man's. The volume of the blood can cause quite a mess, as you can imagine. so we're careful to perform the sacrifice within our specialized chambers.
Minutes. Oaks are strong, but they're slow as whalers. Oaks.
So this is going to be a lot of
Oh, what do I
XP just
care
sitting
about
here.
such nonsense anyway?
Um,
I never saw an imp fight so much as cold. Their Rivalon's most yellow-bellied.
Soon.
Is that so? Or is that what you think? That we need more daggers?
Greetings. Feel free to browse our wares. Highest quality equipment at the lowest prices, you know.
okay. Wow, look at that. It's got 4 stats and hit points. Are you fucking kidding me? 2 Constitution. You pick up 2 more Perception. Holy shit. Man, it's a shame I need leadership on her. You know, I don't really need leadership on her. Let's take a look at this for a second. Alright, so Medora's only getting that, you know, because she has leadership 1 already. That's right. So she has leadership from Righteous. That's why she's the one I've picked for that. Damn it. I would really like to have that on her. That would be a really good helmet for her. Alright. Well. Perception. So perception is also filtered into action points somehow. Starting action points. It's 12. So that might not be bad to do here with Jahan, right? You get more hit points. Yeah, I think it's better for him to do that. Alright, so we can put that on him. And see, this is why I don't want to destroy these guys. Because if you're going to try to get the best equipment out of this, you got to be able to do this. You got to have the vendors available to you. I don't know if that's better than what we have or not, so we'll keep that one for Bear Daughter. Not that I expect to ever use her again. And with that one I need to keep for her too. This I think we've already determined we don't need. Alright, do that. And I'm gonna get away from this. Get away from this. Alright. So we also have to make a decision on whether or not I should try to open up another one of these rooms. And I think we might be able to we might want to do that too. Alright, so let's get what we have going on here. Alright, we've got a lot of buckets in our hand here. So let's handle some buckets out of our inventory. We don't need no buckets. Alright. Put those in the buckets. Bucket. Key. What was that for? Oh, that was the food I was selling. guy over there. It looked like it gave me the prison key again. Alright, this was going to go to Jahan. So his starting action points are at 12 right now. So, one extra starting action point. You know, it might be better to put it on him, now that I'm looking at this, because he has that spell that we need. He has this that I'm having trouble firing off. So his starting action points are 10. See, now you might be able to use that, and that might be better for Jahan. So Jahan, 12, 15. Yeah, much more hit points. She can't use this because it's not a leadership one, and same issue, we need a leadership helmet on her. So this can go off to one of the others. This can go into the dagger bucket. Okay. This can go to Dura. Jahan, I have some of those. Madura. Okay. Okay. Got a bit too much on the explosive arrows, huh? Alright, this book was useless. Okay. So let's go to hand these off.
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows.
And you notice that Medora doesn't have a line for the guy that we met in the prison that knew her as well. Which doesn't make sense because the other two that we met, she has a line for. That makes no sense. There should have been
Ask
another line for
away,
her.
my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing hordes, eh?
So they just fucked that up too.
But what'll you do if a parliament of source owls swoops down only moments after I depart? Well, I reckon I'll keep a lookout on the shelter plain until you lot come to your senses. Medora salutes you, comrades, until we meet again.
So they really
Heard
just
any good
fucked it up.
tales, my friend? Bear Daughter seems about to leap up and grasp you in her arms, but thinks better of it and silently stands at attention.
Just so bad. Alright, what does that look like for her? That's definitely... You know what? Before we do that...
I assume you address me for a reason, so go on. Speak. Do you now? Yours is this mistake to make, Hunter, and yours is the opportunity to set it right. Until then, I shall reside at the end of time, among imps.
You call to Ulgraf. He awaits your queries. A wide smile showing all teeth and gums lightens the rogue's face as he gathers his belongings and prepares to join you once more. He's as ready as ever.
Alright, we're gonna probably be taking him out next. Not that, let's see. That's definitely better. Right? Yeah, damage-wise, it's hugely better that way. We're taking him out next for his companion quest, so I'd rather have him with the better stuff. That could go away. Strength of 10. Can't wear it. Although it's possible to get his strength to 10. Alright. Yeah, we'll leave that out for now. Leave that out for now. Maybe we'll get a strength thing for him. Okay,
You call to Ulgraf. He awaits your queries. Ulgraf gives a curt, disgruntled nod and does a funny dance while holding his hands to his head like floppy ears. You assume he's off to stay with Zigzags on the shelter plain, or that he's having a stroke.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend? Rawr! To the homestead, then.
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side, comrade.
I assume you address me for a reason, so go on. Speak. Only fools believe. Wise creatures know. Yes, I shall rejoin you, for you've much to learn yet.
okay, so let's see. Let us go down to anywhere at this point. So right now we have this section here that we haven't been towards, but I think our next spot is supposed to be here to get into that area. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and bust open a bloodstone.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister.
Okay, pick up the inert stone. Head back to end of time.
My friends, we come to it at last. All of the missing threads have been rewoven, and the canvas is clear for the first time in eons. The final mystery may at least reveal itself. The final thread of your memory may be restored. Let us watch.
The Guardians had failed. Source was tainted, the void was loosed, and all that stood between Rivellon and annihilation was Astarte herself. Overcome by guilt, they hoped to undo their failure by undoing reality itself. And so, they ripped their threads from the tapestry of time, so becoming unknown to history and unknowing of themselves for all eternity. As their threads fell to Rivellon like shooting stars, they hardened into crystals the people called Starstones.
Okay.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Fucking imps.
So the souls within us intentionally tore themselves from the tapestry of time.
And look what happened. They killed themselves in the most thorough manner possible, only to bring more grief through Starstone.
It was a show of weakness indeed. They could have tried to make amends, but no, they just had to obliterate themselves.
We're getting a treat for that, huh? We want forgiveness, not vindictiveness. Oh well. Figures.
So the souls within us intentionally tore themselves from the tapestry of time.
Perhaps it was the only honorable thing to do after the tragic opening of the God Box by Astarte.
Duty is honor, and honor is duty. I can understand their not being able to live with having failed to protect the God Box.
Alright, so forgiving. Okay. Let's take a look at that. The woman and the renegade. Jareth challenged us and we bested him in battle. Yeah, we already seen that. Okay. Source Hunter's journey. The tapestry grows. The tapestry continues to grow. This time we learned that Astarte not only distracted the Guardians, but opened the God Box and unwittingly leashed the Void. The Guardians fled in fear, while Astarte stood strong and engaged the Void in battle. The Trife was cast out of the Garden of Gods, and Source has been tainted ever since. I thought we already saw that. The missing threads. We restored the tapestry's final missing thread. We learned that the Guardians were so overcome by guilt, they ripped our threads from the tapestry of time. Their threads fell to Revlon and became Starstones. Seems like a bunch of overlapping journal entries. Anyway. Alright. No, look at this, we have something else here.
Three out of 4 have already been reinstated, and now the last of the elementals shall rejoin its illustrious masters. Glory be unto them, and glory be unto you.
Staring in the sun.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
but only in the dark.
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
The Hall of Stone. Okay.
Rocks and forest. This is a plane worthy of an earth elemental, all right?
A kernel of serenity amid endless chaos.
Pete.
Guardians, I ask of you, what are you doing? What good can come of your misguided actions? I have tried to warn you. I have tried to be your friend by pointing toward the one great truth that is the Void Dragon, and say, relent. For you have failed before, and you shall fail again. Why is it so difficult for you to accept that which is inevitable? All things must pass away, even time itself. Sit ye down, rest, be weary no longer. Acquiesce in the embrace of oblivion, in which there is nothing but the equality and the harmony of non-existence. A blessing awaits beyond the end of time. Accept it, for it is yours to receive.
To be our friend. That word has truly lost all meaning.
A blessing awaits beyond the end of time. Death's blessing, yes, but no more.
My fellow general, this can be no coincidence. There is something at work here, something buried in my mind that steers me toward the darkness I daren't face. I've wandered plains and seas, mountains and deserts, and yet, out of nowhere, I came across the chapel that holds her grave, and it all flooded back to me through besieged walls, finally breaking. Alyssa, she died so that we might live. She faced the void with equanimity while we cower like children. So Alyssa wasn't Alyssa the daughter of one of the generals? And the other general married Alyssa? Shit. Alyssa was the daughter of who? Who was Alyssa the daughter of? I thought Alyssa was the daughter of one of the generals. During that final battle against the Void itself, we were the last three still standing. In victory, she should have been the last one standing. Instead, the two of us stood victorious, but false in victory. Yes, I accept the task of guardianship. I will be such a one, and I will not be alone. Together we will stand and redeem our souls. I'm confused here. So the two generals became the guardians. But Astarte fought after this, so who the hell is Alyssa? So Alyssa is not Astarte. Alright. In this letter, the general confirms her colleague's story. The two of them feared the Void Dragon so greatly that the third general, Alyssa, had to muster their courage, which led to her demise, but also the other general's eventual victory of the dragon. Now the both of them want to become the guardians of the Void to make up for their failure. There was a bit about marriage somewhere. This general here wanted to be married. And it actually said it didn't care who he married. I know I saw something about marriage in one of the other ones. Probably, you know, one of the ones that didn't update a journal. I know there was one in there. And I'm almost positive that the general that stayed, the one that didn't go, that stayed back and started ruling everything and became, I guess, a dictator of some such. I don't know. I think he married Alyssa. I thought Alyssa was the other general's daughter, but damn.
The spirit of Father Nature came to me in a dream last night, and he told me to welcome you. Can't you tell? I'm the universe. You're the universe. We're all the universe. It's a beautiful thing, to be sure. I noticed you were bringing this place in close contact with the spirit of nature, and I thought to myself, that's where I belong. Thanks for putting me up. With utmost pleasure, my friend. The Earth's knowledge is meant to be shared.
Okay, so he has geomancer spells and witchcraft spells. Okay.
May the Earth's vibrations rock you gently. Welcome back. The rock spirit within me greets the rock spirit within you. May the Earth's vibrations rock you gently.
Alright, where did I see the marriage part at? I mean, I know I did. It wasn't in this one, or was it here? No, it wouldn't have been in that. The fuck would I see it? Alright, let's go talk about the 2 runes and 6 sacks.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Another starstone, another room. We met an earth elemental who can
Think
aid
I could
us
fly straight
with
to the
our
void?
skills.
I think I could fly straight to the
Stumped,
void.
milady. Why are there 2 of us? 2 beings that record all of history parallel to one another. Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not?
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
It shall be my pleasure.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
How very right you are. These thoughts have been bubbling in my mind like so much drink in a still. But I believe they've finally transformed into something quite potable. From what I can gather, the following stands to reason. The generals were put in charge of the God Box, but they must have faltered. The void must have escaped, or how could it loom upon us once more? Perhaps that faltering could explain why their souls were loosed, and why those souls now reside so contentedly within you. I can but conclude the Guardians must have felt an overwhelming amount of guilt for their perceived failings. Why else would they scatter their very souls to the wind? We may not have a clear picture as yet of their true involvement in the fall of Astarte, but what we can finally put beyond doubt is how pieces of their very souls, your very souls, are being turned into bloodstone and used by the Immaculates to commit atrocities. They are your enemies, and therefore are they enemies of time. The worst kind of people, those. You were deceived, yes. You fled, yes. But look at you now, Source Hunter. You are returned, nearly at least, to your former glory, your former duty. Tirelessly do you work against the Void's encroachment, and for this we can only be grateful, no matter what the past has held. Most certainly. Yes, the Hall of Stone. Strong as the heart of mountains, durable as diamonds in the roar. The element that is Earth isn't the subtlest of the bunch, but it packs a punch like no other. In time, so will you.
How might I serve our mission? Threads I weave and tales I see, all will I tell. So you have. It was to be expected. Once you were sovereigns after all, and all the earth lay at your feet. Tremble, you would shout, and this creature would bring his fists down upon the ground, shaking it so vigorously that the walls of the enemy would crumble. Ask, and I shall answer, if I can.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two.
But of course, what part would you like to see?
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Doom! Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
You both puzzle and delight me, Sir Ahu.
You again, my friend. And so soon after tomorrow, how can I help you this time?
Two strength ring with a bunch of fucking movement on it. That's gonna be better than the immunity to burning, I think. Yeah, for sure.
Good day, good customer.
Okay, so that goes over to here. Immunity to burning. To speed. Do I have another one of those? Still wearing this? Maybe? Jahan's still wearing this thing. Burning. Boy. Okay. Oh, yeah, well, that's what I wanted to check out. Alright. So, we opened up this room. Then we opened up this room, and it had... Look. Did it have one book or two books? I think it had two books, didn't it? Maybe, yeah, two books. Ancient Diary. I know I saw something about marriage. Alright, so it's not this book. So after that, I think we ended up opening up one of these rooms here. I can't remember which one I opened up first. Let's go to Fall of Frost, I guess. Let's see. Because some of these didn't give any update. Here we go. My friend and ally, your departure has been received with great dismay, but I understand you, and I see in your absence an opportunity. To rule is to rule alone. Let not my power be divided, for power cannot be shared. Let that be our legacy. Let that be hers. You know what? I shall marry, yes, to whom I care not. If the union brings lands and gold and influence to my dominions, I shall be happy. The world will never see a sovereign such as I, and never will again. You will hear from me, my friend. You will hear more from me through the legend. No, okay, so... okay, so Alyssa was just the third general. She wasn't the daughter of anybody. Okay. I don't know how I got that in my head. So... yeah. Look in here. Oh. It's astonishing I have not seen a doctor spell. Unreal. Unreal that I haven't seen one. Alright, so that's not what I thought it was. Let's go back to Silverland. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, I might open up another Bloodstone. I'm thinking about opening another one up, see what happens, and maybe saving the other one, the last one we have, in case I need to, use it for another quest, maybe? Yeah. Alright, we'll see you on the next one. Later.